Hello everybody, my name is Philip. I'm a filmmaker. I'm here at Anime NYC and I'm going to be reviewing Arcane from Netflix, the League of Legends show. Absolute masterpiece. I have so much to say about it, so we're going to tell you and get into it as we walk through the show. It's going to be a lot of fun. But I wanted to start with just saying thank you so much for the huge enthusiasm on my other Arcane reviews. If you want to see those, you can go back on my channel. I've also reviewed and analyzed a ton of cinematics from League of Legends. So check those out, as well as the KDA music videos. Thank you guys so much for the support. It's been an absolute blast. As I said before, we can't show anything from Netflix because it's very bad for copyright and everything, so we're not going to do that. But what we'll do is we'll talk about what I thought of the show and go into it, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Let me know who your favorite character was from the show as far as adaptation, because I've not played the games. Let me know what character you think they nailed and just got really well. Because I was curious, like, who's a playable character and who isn't? I was always trying to figure that out. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you want to see more of my League of Legends videos, make sure to subscribe. We're going on 20,000 subscribers here on my second channel. Also check out my main channel if you want to see my film work. All right, let's get into it. So there are going to be massive spoilers in this review, so it's the end, right? So just know that. So let's do it. I think one of the most important quotes in the show is, "I thought you could love me even though I'm different," which is what Jinx says to Vi at the end. Like, what a great just sort of encapsulation of the show. And you have so many instances where that's showcased. It's just like the Undercity, man. People are different down there. They can't see eye to eye with them just because they look different, they act different, they eat different and everything. You see that showcased. Even with Caitlyn and Vi, she's eating like, oh, what is that? Get that out of here. And everything's just so, they view them as so other and so separate. So I thought that was just, what a beautiful way to sum up the entire show. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. And that's what leads me to my next point, confidence in storytelling. Similar to the end of Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy VII, a couple of my favorite games, they don't have to show you everything. They don't have to give you all of the pieces of the puzzle. They just give you the message and you can figure it out for yourself. So it's so well done. And at the end, when Jinx fires that rocket, they don't even show what happens. They don't show who dies. They don't show who lives. So if you're not someone who's played the games like me, you just have to chew on that. You just have to accept that. Now, of course, that's an incentive for people to play the games, but I thought it was just so confident, especially with Mel and everything that was going on there. Like, what a powerful way to end it. And we're gonna get more into that in a second. So villain creation and exploration of what a villain is, I thought it was so well done because Jinx is the villain of this story, right? Like it's her sort of like origination, becoming this like very accepting that twisted side of herself and realizing that that's normal. But it's ironic because she comes to that point by realizing that her sister doesn't want to love her because she's different, which is not true. It's a horrible misunderstanding. She has all these voices in her head telling her that Caitlyn is evil and Caitlyn is gonna attack her and betray her and is like manipulating Vi and stuff. It's all very tragic. It's all very disturbing, but what a poetic way to do it at the end. Again, using her sister like that. I thought it was really well done. Speaking of show, don't tell, and just great storytelling, Vi and Caitlyn, like this is how you do romance. Like this is how you do it. It's so well done. It's so well portrayed. I hate to say it, but not like Cowboy Bebop. As we saw, there was a romance between Faye and somebody on the new show. I won't spoil. It was so out of nowhere and so quick, and there's no art to it. And it was kind of like over-showing, almost for like the spectacle of it. It's like, oh, look at this, look at the cool romance scene. We didn't actually even get a romance scene, but it was a million times romantic. Like, this is how you do a romance. So well done, so artfully done, so tastefully done. So much kind of like unspoken dialogue that's going on, and it was just, it was so beautiful. And there wasn't even one scene of like, you know, crazy makeout or something. That's how you do a romance. It's just a masterclass in that. Mel, let's move on to Mel, because a lot of people were trying to figure out Mel's character. They did so much for her, bringing her mother into the story, showing her backstory. What I loved the most was the lyrics at the end of the song, one of the most beautiful montages. There's so many genius visual storytelling pieces in this show, but at the end, this montage, and there's a lyric in the song that says, "What could have been?" And when it says "what could have been," she takes off her ring and lays it on the table. That's both her giving up her past, but also her, it's us, you know, knowing that she's not gonna make it. Like, Mel most likely dies in this story. So what could have been is like her and Jace. This romance between them, it's so symbolic. And then as the missile is about to hit the window again, it says what could have been in the lyrics. I thought that was just, again, masterful montages. Not just like throw a cool song on it, do a cool edit. It's like painstakingly planned down to every single detail, and you can really feel that and see that in the show. So I thought it was really, really well done. Let's talk about Jace. I got a big Anakin and Padme vibes from Jace with Jace and Mel. I thought it was so well done. These scenes where he's kind of struggling with what he has to do, what he thinks is right, all the uncertainty in that. And then the point where he says, let's go down and fight him. Then he kills this little boy, and he goes to, I thought it was a very believable motivation in everything they were doing. It was so well done. And again, all of a sudden it became real for him when he kills the little boy. And look at the difference in their entire lives. Like Vi is like, what are you talking about? It's just one kid. And you realize like thousands of kids are dead every day because of what you're doing, right? So it was such a good wake-up call. And it also shows like how hardened she is. She grew up around kids who died, right? Like, what a great way to pull full circle to their friends, the ones that Jinx blew up in the beginning. I think his name was Milo. Like, tons of kids are dead, dude. What are you talking about? This is all because of you. Like, you killed one kid. Okay. Like, you're whining about it? Like, if it's that important to you, stop this. Make it stop. So just very well done. I loved all that, and I got really good Padme vibes from her when she was kind of consoling him. And then I liked about Mel is that it was almost set up like she has this master plan, but then when you realize her backstory, it's like, oh my god, dude, her mother's like a warmonger, super warrior chieftain vibes. Like, it was awesome to see her at the end denying her mother taking off the ring, which I think, correct me if I'm wrong, was like a ring of her people. So it was her accepting her own identity, not the identity of her people. I love that. Let's talk about Victor, man. Oh my god, Victor and Sky. It took that to realize for him. What was it? I'm misquoting this, but it was something like, we were so focused on being great, we forgot to be good. And what a powerful line, right? And I thought that was so well done. When you have Sky, who's just like this, like very innocent person who just wants to like work and see her friend. Maybe there's some romance involved there. She just wants to be with him. And then this horrible tragedy happens. And I'm really curious about Victor. He's one of the people I would have loved to know what's next for him. I think maybe the most out of everybody. Like, is he done with the state? Is he gonna die? Because it's like, it seems that he's gonna accept his fate, but he did already take the sauce. So I feel like he's already juiced up and he's going to survive, but still be crippled. So it's very interesting that he tried to live and thrive, but he got greedy. And that's what I love about it. He can run for the first time in his life, but he got greedy. Why didn't he stop there? He was saved, he could run, he's all set, but he had to go and juice himself up like his entire body. And that's what, of course, killed Sky. So what a great thing. He got too greedy. And what I like about it, too, is at the end, we expect a war. We expect like Jace leading an army of people down there versus like the three factions with Silco, with Ekko's people, like just this absolute war. But what we get is just this, I think it was the third, Aaliyah told me, right? It was the third duel between, what is her name?
Selvika, I think?
Savika and Vi, and they just get better every single time. Like, what a masterful fight scene. You guys know I'm into fight scenes, I'm into fight choreography, and just what a masterful example of how you do a fight scene. And you make it visually understandable, easy to follow, but just like jam-packed with intensity. Like, she picks up a pool table and punches it at her. Like, come on, it's just so awesome. It's very creative, it's very over the top, but then they'll throw in like real boxing movement and combos that would make sense if you had like a anti-gravity massive gauntlet. And I love they actually show the cost of that at a point where the gauntlet breaks and then it's too heavy. So it reminded me of like Stormlight almost, right? Where they have like shard plate and shard armor, but when it's broken, it's too heavy to pick up. I love that. Very, very cool lore details like that. They didn't explain at all. It's just you figure it out. Let's talk about Ekko. Incredible design. I love the partnership with Master Yoda. That was super cool. And I assume they're like a duo in the game or something. I would love to see more with Ekko and him. I'm really curious where he's going. The cool thing about Master Yoda is he's now freed from like his position of 300 years just sitting on the council. He gets to go see the people now. He gets to be one of the people and not just be like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure they do this and that. Like, now he knows what they do. And that's such a cool change for him as well. I actually loved it. And that quote, it was not enough to give people what they need to survive, give them what they need to live. What a beautiful way to show it. Like, it's like this oasis hidden under the, like they say, and it's actually similar to FF7, right? Final Fantasy 7, like Barrett calls it like under the rotting pizza. They have like the real people down there. What I liked about it is it's even more beautiful than the upper part. It's like this very, metropolitan stuff, but they have a tree up there, like this beautiful tree of life type thing with like villages built and stuff. And he said, like, how did you build this in your lifetime? He's like, you'd be surprised what you can do if you're not just sitting around talking about it. You get out and do some work, unlike you, Master Yoda. So it's pretty cool. Let's talk about Silco. I think one of my favorite scenes, oh my god. He pours a libation to Vander, and he says, at his statue, he says, anything so undoing as a daughter. Both of these men died because of their daughters, because they wanted to do anything. They gave up everything, even their dreams of liberating the Undercity and everything for their daughter. All Vander had to do was give up Jinx, give up Vi. All Silco had to do, give up Jinx, give up Vi. It's so full circle. I love it. And of course he dies, and he's not even upset at her. He's not even upset. He's not even mad. It was so well done. Just genius storytelling. I loved it. That scene was powerful. I want to go back and watch that again. And then I love in that same scene we see this they've established this iconography of Jinx, of the shadow of her childhood friends being behind her, like her imaginary friends, right? And I love that they do that with Vander. Like she was behind him in the same exact image that they've set up and they've built. That was exactly how it was. It was so well done. They're callbacks to the specific visual setups that they've established for the show. And you don't see that, like, ever, pretty much, on this level. And this is the power of animation. You have that much control over every single inch of the frame, even in post, even, up to the last second. So it was just so well done. I loved it. I have nothing but praise to say about it. Let me know if you agree with anything I'm saying. If I'm forgetting anything that stood out to you, but so many details, genius visual storytelling, confidence in storytelling. I love it. It's a masterpiece. Is there more coming? Let me know if you have any idea. I would love to see more, but I think they might do other characters' backstories. I'm game for that as well. Anyways, that's going to be it. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this. I'm going to go around the con and have fun. So take care. Thanks.